Hello, writers! I am confident that right now you have lots of topics to write about. But do you have enough to say about your topic? It's really important as writers that we plan out what we want to put into our writing. We have to think very deeply about our topic. So today I'm going to teach you a strategy to help you plan to write. And all you really need is your hand. This, boys and girls, is your story hand. So by the end of today, you will be able to think more deeply about your topic and be able to confidently say, I can use the story hand to plan my writing. This, boys and girls, is a visual of the story hand. You will notice that for each finger, there is an image or a number that represents some part in your story and your topic. So let's go over what we see here. You will notice that on your thumb, there is a picture there of a girl and a pig. This stands for the characters or the people in your story. Who was there? Those characters are very important. Your pointer finger, there is a barn. What does that barn mean? I'm sure there's not a barn in every single one of your stories. Well, that barn represents the setting. The setting is where your story or the topic takes place. Is it in your neighborhood, at your home, on the beach, maybe even out to sea somewhere on a ship? But that setting is essential into understanding what you're writing about. 1, 2, 3. For those final fingers, I'm so sorry, 1, 2, 3, are 3 things that happen in your story or that are important to your topic. So for instance, this one looks like it probably takes place on a farm with a pig. Maybe it's a farmer, a farm girl, and there's probably 3 things that happen there. Finally, there is a 6th part, but it's hidden in the palm of your hand, and that is the heart. The heart represents your feelings. How are you feeling about this story? How does it leave you at the end? What will you always remember about this particular event? So we're gonna try this out, thinking about the characters, the setting, 1, 2, 3 essential details about our topic, and then the heart. How do we feel about this story in the end? All right, so now it's my turn to plan. Now I could keep that paper with me, but I do have my hand. So if I have my hand, I can remember and visualize what each part is. Let me try it. First, my characters. Second, my setting. Where does it take place? 1, 2, 3 crucial, important details about my story. And then finally, my heart. What am I feeling or thinking about my story? Now remember, boys and girls, that instead of just writing and using my hand, I'm going to plan it out first. So by planning it out and using my hand, I'm going to verbalize it, say it, and that way maybe it'll ingrain itself in my brain. So when I do write, I already have a really good idea of what I'm going to say. So let's try it. Now, I'm thinking of a topic. Now I want to tell about a bike ride I went on with my family over the weekend. It's kind of like my weekend news. So let me see how I'm going to get started. So this past weekend, I went on a bike ride with my family. In my family that went was my daughter Evie, my daughter Liv, and my husband, Mr. Olmstead. They are my characters. Now where did it take place? So we went on a bike ride around our neighborhood. Okay, so it's in my neighborhood. Now I gotta think of 1, 2, 3 things I wanna talk about in this bike ride. What makes this bike ride special? Why do I wanna share it with all of you? Well, let's think. On our bike ride, we packed a picnic lunch to have at the park at the end of our street. We put on our helmets and made sure we had all of our necessary supplies. We packed a picnic basket in our trailer, which Evie and Liv sat in. Evie and Liv love going on bike rides, and especially down little hills or dips, and always cry, wee! We had so much fun on this bike ride because at the end we got to have a picnic lunch all together as a family. Is that my story hand? Well, let's go back and see. This is a good strategy too, saying it over again to make sure it's really stuck in my brain. This past weekend, I went on a bike ride with my family. Evie, Liv, and Mr. Olmstead went with me. We decided to bike around our neighborhood and end at the park down the street for a picnic lunch. We packed all the necessary things we needed in our trailer. We got our helmets on and got ready to go. Evie and Liv love to ride bikes, and when we go down hills and dips, they cry wee with excitement. It was so much fun at the end because we got to have a picnic lunch all together as a family. It was a wonderful day at the park. Wow, that really helped me think about my writing and what I was gonna say. I included my setting, my characters, and even 3 details about what I wanted to share with you. And by doing that 2 times, I had a really good plan of what I want to write about. So now, I'm ready to write. I can take all of that that's in my story hand and go and write and tell you about a wonderful weekend I had with my family. So boys and girls, I hope that this strategy helps you out. Does it help you think and plan what you want to say and to share about all the adventures you are having? Remember, good writers always go back and revisit and make corrections. And they're always very creative. I can't wait to read what you plan to write. Happy writing!